What's good, yo? It's your boy Coke Gotti coming at y'all with another video. Today we about to get in my predictions for week 4. Before we start, hit that like and subscribe button and let's ride. Alright, we're gonna start off with Washington State at USC. Now, if you follow my videos, you know my USC prediction video before the season started. I had them having a pretty great season. Not no more. JT Daniels, he's very promising, he's very skilled, he's good, but the team needs more work. He's a true freshman. He needs more growing. So my predictions for them, I had them originally beating Washington State, but I'm going Washington State in this game. USC's been having trouble getting in the end zone. Washington State's not going to have trouble getting in the end zone, so I don't see them winning this game. And we got Georgia at Mizzou. And, you know, you got the people out there who want to just see Georgia get upset. And they talk about all this Drew Lock stuff and this and that. Drew Lock's great. I like him. I do. I feel like he's one of the better quarterbacks in the country. But Missouri as a team, at best, they'll give us 2 quarters worth of football. And then it'll be takeoff time after that. They can't play 4 quarters with Georgia. It's just not going to happen. Georgia's definitely going to win this game on the road in Missouri. Then we got Kansas State at Kansas State at West Virginia. West Virginia coming off of a bye week, basically. They didn't play North Carolina State last week because of the hurricane. Kansas State normally is a pretty competitive team. Their coach, Snyder, gets plenty of respect throughout the country. He even gets my respect. But this year, Kansas State just looks garbage. They look pitiful. For real, they do. The quarterback play is horrible. And I just don't see them standing a chance against West Virginia. West Virginia should win this by 25 or better. Take West Virginia. Then we got A&M against Bama. Y'all remember a couple years ago when Johnny Manziel and the Aggies went into Tuscaloosa and knocked off Bama? The whole world loved it, except for Bama fans. And that's what will happen this week if A&M beats Bama. But they're not going to beat Bama. A&M's not on that level yet. Bama might beat them by 3 scores, just to be honest. Maybe it'll be a good game. Last year was a good game, but I don't see it being a good game this year. That Hawaiian Punch motherfucker, he is definitely the real deal. A&M is nice, but they're not running with Bama, especially not in Tuscaloosa. That definitely is not going to happen. Then after that, we got TCU at Texas, and I had high hopes for Texas this year too. And you know, last week they surprised me against USC. Even if they would have won, I definitely wasn't expecting to win the way that they won. Definitely surprised me. I give them their props. But they're not going to beat TCU. TCU just gave up a game to Ohio State. They're going to come in here in this conference game, and they're going to more than likely smash on Texas. I got TCU. Now we got Mississippi State versus Kentucky. Mississippi State, they got a lot of hype coming in this season. Joe Moorhead's a great offensive-minded coach. Nick Fitzgerald's a pretty solid quarterback. He's not great. He's not one of the best in the country. But he's a playmaker, and he fits their system, and he makes it work. Kentucky, Mark Stoops is a good coach. Kentucky's been slowly coming up since he got there. They just knocked off Florida. Ended the 31-game win streak Florida had. And I got Kentucky beating Mississippi State. They're at the house. I got Kentucky winning this game. I do. Then we got Dumpster Fire versus Dumpster Fire. The Dumpster Fire Bowl. We got Florida at Tennessee. Felipe Franks is the best option at quarterback for Florida, and it's still not even a great option. Florida doesn't really have the talent people think they have. They keep thinking off of Florida, just the name. the old Florida thinking they just got talent. They don't. And they definitely don't have the talent Dan Mullen needs for his scheme. The players there, they don't even have their expectations high. None of that. Tennessee, the fans have high expectations. The fans have high hopes for Pruitt. But the team itself, come on, man, it's trash. Look at your quarterback. Both of these teams are trash. Really, it could go either way. It could be Florida blowing out Tennessee, Tennessee blowing out Florida. It could be a shootout. It could be a close game. Who knows when it comes to these two matching up. But I'm picking Tennessee to win this game just because they're at the house. And because I feel like, in all actuality, as a well-rounded team, I feel like Tennessee might have a slight edge on Florida. So I'm taking Tennessee in this game. And we got Texas Tech at Oklahoma State. Last week, I had picked Boise State to beat Oklahoma State. I even bet some money on it, which is why I watched that game. And I'll give Oklahoma State their props. They showed me that, they're not garbage. I ain't watched them until last week. They look pretty good. I understand Boise State is Boise State, they ain't nobody special, but what's that quarterback's name? Cornelius or whatever? He's good. Whatever that running back's name is, he's good too. Oklahoma State's got a pretty good team, especially to run in the Big 12. Texas Tech doesn't. They're just garbage. They got beat up on by Ole Miss. Ole Miss is garbage. Look for Oklahoma State to blow them out. Stanford at Oregon. I don't know for sure if Bryce Love is playing or not. Stanford's offense seems to stutter whenever Bryce Love ain't in. But Oregon has I ain't gonna say horrible, but they don't got a good defense. They definitely don't got a good run defense. And I feel like with or without Bryce Love, Stanford will be able to get the run game going. And we got Arizona State at Washington. Washington, I had high hopes for Jake Browning. I feel like he would be in the Heisman race. He hasn't put up those numbers yet. Gaskin has shown out. I didn't know who he was until this season coming up. He's been doing his thing so far this season. Arizona State's been looking good under Herman Edwards' first year. They just fell off to San Diego State. But with that kind of school and that kind of program, they was probably hungover from the Michigan State upset. Hopefully that loss put them right back on track, and maybe they can upset Washington. I told y'all in my videos before plenty of times, Arizona State is the team in the Pac-12 that will upset the other teams. But I got Washington winning this game. I just feel like Jake Browning, even if he doesn't play to what I've seen him play to, I feel like he'll still play good enough, and I feel like Gaskin will definitely get his own game going, and I got Washington winning that game. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Once the week's over with, we'll get the recap, and we'll get moving on to the next week. I got updated predictions for playoffs coming, conference championships coming. I got a video coming up about how I feel about Georgia so far this season, what I've seen, and other teams too. So hit that like, subscribe. It's your boy Coach Gotti, and I'm out.